The Ace of Wands. This is the creation card. It's creativity, life, birth, fertility, being pregnant, a brilliant and profitable idea, inventions, a lucrative business endeavor, physical chemistry, like having a physical attraction to someone, having lots of charisma, something that is thrilling and exciting, dynamic. It can represent electricity, having an electrical charge, carrying a current, energy, magnetic, nuclear power, radiation, laser, multimedia, video, biological or chemical organisms, DNA, sperm, ova, all types of genetics. But mostly this is going to represent a pregnancy or a baby or a birth. Otherwise it's going to represent something that's very creative, has creative energy to it, exciting, very positive card. The Ace of Wands reversed, I would just like to point out that we are biological, chemical, and electrical organisms, and that our bodies run on hormones, chemicals, neurotransmitters, and proteins, and the such. So problems with these processes are too numerous to list, but I am going to try to name a few. When you see the Ace of Wands reversed, it could mean genetic or birth defects. Something has gone wrong with the DNA. Infertile. They are dead versus being alive. All types of neuromuscular disorders, including Parkinson's, fibromyalgia, lupus, autoimmune disorders, seizures, chronic fatigue, multiple sclerosis, chemical imbalances in the brain, manic depressive, depression, having hormone problems, maybe they have PMS, all types of inflammatory processes, it could be like rheumatoid arthritis. These could be sprains or broken bones, and we could have leukemia or neutropenia in our bone marrow because our bone marrow produces our blood cells. This could also be allergic reactions like anaphylaxis. And since it's talking about bacteria or germs, that is DNA and protozoa and those types of organisms, reverse would mean things that could make us sick, such as bacteria and viruses, flu, smallpox, hepatitis, herpes, mold, fungus, anthrax, Ebola, HIV. So these biochemical organisms can be natural or man-made. It could also mean radiation, maybe radiation poisoning, chemotherapy, because chemotherapy destroys life. It also destroys your immune system, and it is your immune system which combats cancer. So I find that very ironic indeed. It can also mean antibiotics, because anti and biotic means against biology, so it is against life. Having electrical problems, getting too hot, something overheating, something that's maybe radioactive, being shocked or electrocuted, a fire, an explosion, fireworks, being hot, burned, a gunshot, or a bullet. But again, the list is too numerous to mention everything. So as with all the cards, keep your options open. What I'm giving you is just the framework of the meanings of these cards, and you are fully free to come up with new ideas, new meanings, new interpretations for these cards, because they're speaking to you directly. So don't feel that you're being locked in to any one definition. Just take what you want and leave the rest. The Two of Wands. This is self-esteem, having confidence. They've got a very strong and healthy ego. They're capable because they have past experiences. You see that he's very well dressed. He's holding the globe of the world in his hand, meaning that the world is his oyster, so to speak. He's holding on to a wand, and on the other side, a wand is secured and stabilized on the wall. He's looking forward into the future. You could say it's an analogy of waiting for his ship to come in. He's looking forward to new prospects, new opportunities, new goals, new successes that he will build upon his past successes. He's got a really good outlook on life. They feel that they can pursue anything that they please. They're waiting in anticipation. They could be watching and waiting for someone or something to arrive, or they could be waiting for a response for someone. Two of Wands reverse would be the opposite. They've got poor self-esteem, low self-confidence. They have no goals. They've never really had much success in life, so they don't feel confident. They may have no idea what they want to do. They might not have any goals to pursue. They don't know what to do with their life. They're not advancing. They're not progressing. They're not being assertive. They're not really a go-getter. They might have a lot of insecurities. They might be underestimating their own ability. They're feeling incapable. Maybe they're settling for less. Their prospects are poor. Someone or something is damaging their ego and their self-confidence and their self-esteem. They have had a sudden loss of self-confidence. Maybe something happened and all of a sudden they've lost their confidence in themselves due to a precipitating event. The Three of Wands, this is business success. They're a business owner. They might be a merchant. They may be into importing and exporting. They're an entrepreneur. They're looking to network with other people. They might have garnered wealth through international enterprise. They might be looking to expand their business. They might be looking to join up with someone. For example, they might be looking to join up with another team, maybe looking to join up with the Marines or Armed Forces. This could represent oil-rich countries because with Robin Wood's card, she has made the ocean look like gold, which they've called oil liquid gold. So it could be offshore oil drilling. Three of Wands reversed. These are business problems. The business has slowed down, poor prospects, not able to network with others, going out of business, willingly or unwillingly going out of business. The business is down or has failed. It could be a warning that your business is not going to do well in the future. The company is not sound. Trouble with oil countries or oil companies. Four of Wands, this is marriage, wedding, a couple, building a life together, living together as married, establishing a firm foundation in any relationship, including friendships, providing a solid foundation for another, including children, meaning you have stabilized their future. Our foundation that we build in our childhood is very important in how well a person succeeds in life. Sharing your life with another of any age or any relation, referring to the foundation or structure of a home or building. Four of Wands reversed. A relationship has ended or broken up. The marriage has failed. They may be wanting out of the marriage. Maybe they've never been married, or maybe they never will marry. An unfaithful marriage. Not having a strong foundation to the endeavor or relationship. Having nothing to build the relationship upon. Problems with the foundation or the roof or any structure of a building when asking about a house. The Five of Wands, this means mental anxiety, mental conflicts, obstacles, mental strife, struggling, competition, rivalry, being undecided, excessive mental activity, overthinking something, trying to mentally solve a problem. They're worrying, this is the worry card. Any general anxiety disorder, panic attacks, post-traumatic stress disorder. Robin Wood has made this card to show that these five fellows here are the same person. So they're really doing battle with their own mind, and if they can come together, they will form the pentacle, which means life. The Five of Wands reversed, it means the opposite. They're not worrying about it anymore. They never worried about it. They're not giving any thought to it. It's as simple as that. The Six of Wands, a public figure. This is the celebrity card. It means honor, respect, appreciation, admiration, public acclaim, being publicly vindicated, being well received. Like if you're going to go visit someone, this could be a returning hero. They might be recognized in their field. It shows them reaching their goals. They're returning triumphant, having a good reputation or victory in any endeavor. Six of Wands reversed is the opposite. It means that you are not victorious, you're not being appreciated or respected, you're not being honored, you have a poor reputation, a plan or action did not succeed, a defamation of your character, having a bad report, like a background check does not come back well, receiving a negative referral or reference. Seven of Wands, this is the success card. It means winning, overcoming obstacles, coming out ahead, coming out on top, holding one's ground, taking a stand, having the upper hand or advantage, facing the opposition, accepting the challenge, you will succeed. And the Seven of Wands reversed is the opposite. You will not succeed. They fail. They won't win. They will not challenge. They don't stand their ground. They will quit. They will give up, or they want to quit. They're surrendering. They're easily influenced or swayed. They just don't have any backbone. They're being overruled, or maybe they're outnumbered. The obstacles are too great and they cannot overcome them. This is insurmountable, and this is a losing battle. Eight of Wands means advancement, progress, expansion, prospering, growing rapidly, job promotion, rapid action or motion like movement, activity is happening, they're taking action. It's a projectile, a missile, a sudden attack. Speed, like speeding in your car, going fast, going quickly. something done hastily, maybe too hastily. They go far, meaning physically or metaphorically going far. It indicates time, maybe gaining more time, a long time, a timeline, spanning several generations, outer space, planets, comets, meteorites, an observatory, astronomy, astrology, space program, the space shuttle. The Eight of Wands reversed. This is the opposite. There's no advancement going on. Things are being delayed. Things are stagnant. They're losing ground. They're not going forward. Something may be overdue. Could be boredom, a period of inaction. It's not happening fast enough. Maybe it's going too slow. Maybe it's going too fast. Lack of time. Not the right time to take action. Bad timing. Speed causes a problem. Maybe physical exhaustion, adrenal burnout, stimulants, amphetamines. Nine of Wands. This is them taking a stand. They're on the defensive. It looks like they've done some battle. They've got some war wounds there. They're not backing down. In fact, they've garnered even more tools and more weapons that they intend to defend themselves or to defend someone else. They're willing to do battle. They're determined. They're prepared to fight. They're guarding. They're being on guard, maybe a security guard or a bouncer, anticipating struggles, encountering obstacles, facing difficulties, maintaining their position, defiance. Maybe a child is being defiant, a struggle, a martial artist, maybe like a karate expert. They're skilled in self-defense. They're a survivalist, maybe like a prepper. Nine of Wands reversed. They quit. They gave up. They're losing the battle. Cut your losses and get out. Whatever it was, it is over. Releasing the need to struggle. Refusing to face the challenge. Doesn't like confrontation. They won't confront them. They're unequipped. They do not have the skill to face this challenge. They get easily overwhelmed by obstacles. They're unable to defend their position. They're defenseless. They have no backbone. They lack willpower and determination. The Ten of Wands, this is the hard worker card. They're doing their duty. They're all work, no play. Taking on the responsibility themselves. Maybe taking on the responsibility of others. Maybe taking on more than they can handle. They're being overworked. They're keeping their nose to the grindstone. They're working on their feet. They could be carrying heavy loads. For example, be like a newspaper carrier. They're carrying guilt, having all the weight on their shoulders. They're delivering things. It could indicate that it's carried on their person. They're walking, hiking, jogging, climbing. You see that he has all of the wands himself, and the setting sun is behind him, casting a long shadow in the front, and he's headed home after a long day. He's not delegating any of the load. It might suggest that he needs to allow someone else to help carry his burden. The Ten of Wands reversed means the burden is lifted. It also could mean they're not supporting their own self. They're being dependent on others, letting others carry their load. It could be laziness, being irresponsible. But a lot of times it also shows up for its medical definition, which means difficulty walking, walking stooped over, hunched back. Maybe they walk with a limp. They might have hip, back, or knee problems. They might have to use a cane or a walker or even special shoes. They might have osteoarthritis. They could have weight issues like being too heavy or too thin. And these things will keep someone from becoming pregnant. Page of Wands. This is giving or receiving a message. All types of announcements, invitations, a speaker, calling, talking, yelling, talking about something or hearing about it, broadcasting it, sounding an alarm, making a noise of any kind. Robin Wood has placed rings upon this wand so that this page is actually shaking the wand to make a sound, which is reverberating out into the world. This could mean a marriage proposal. This is all forms of communication in media. All jobs that involve communications, electronics, video, multimedia, computers, the internet, Twitter, Skype, Instagram, YouTube, your emails, texting, faxing, making a purchase, buying something, selling something. They could be a public speaker, a reporter, a newspaper, a journalist, a radio, commercials, any type of marketing, advertising, the stock market, all types of broadcasting. It could represent our communication senses, such as seeing, hearing, smelling, speaking. The reverse page of wands, this represents all types of communication problems. They did not like what was communicated, having said the wrong thing. an information problem or breakdown, whether in delivery or in understanding. They cannot or will not communicate with you. They won't answer the phone, their emails, or text. Having a problem with the language, unable to use the equipment, or there's a problem with the equipment, problems with multimedia, computers, the internet, the stock market, publishing, or advertisements, a problem with a purchase, problems with buying and selling. Medically, it could mean that they have trouble hearing, seeing, or speaking. They could have laryngitis, be deaf, mute, or have aphasia. Knight of Wands. This is the travel card. It means traveling, moving, taking a trip, changing of residence, taking action, motivation, being quick, energetic, enthusiastic, or urgent. With traveling or driving as a career, all types of transportation, truck or taxi driver, a moving company, towing trucks, delivery trucks, UPS. I've even seen it show up for a warrant for their arrest because they're being taken to jail, which is a move, their change of residence. Read literally, this could be horses or large animals, or having a muscular build. Robin Wood has made this card showing that the horse is leaping into the frame and he's reared up. He's not walking slowly. It's a very dynamic card. The Knight of Wands reversed is the opposite. It means they're forced to change their residence against their will. Maybe they're being thrown out of the house, they're being evicted, they're forced to move where they don't want to move, including going to jail, wishing that they could move and not being able to, having to move out of a necessity, unable to take any action. Maybe they were too slow to action, not acting quick enough. They were forced into taking an action. A trip is delayed or canceled. Their inability to drive. A revoked driver's license. Problems with horses or large animals. Medically, it is a muscular or neuromuscular disorder, but we will go over the medical definitions of the cards in another session. The Queen of Wands. This is a fire sign female, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. She is a woman with a stage presence. She could be a speaker, a singer, an actress, any type of performer. She's a socialite. She has a flair for drama. Maybe she's socially prominent. She likes being the center of attention and center stage. She's very energetic, very passionate about things. She's action-oriented. This could be a woman of any sign who is outgoing and energetic. She could be a blonde or red-haired woman. Queen of Wands reversed is the opposite. She's socially withdrawn. Maybe she's withdrawn any communications with you. She might be extremely shy. She's antisocial. She's very isolated from others, either willingly or unwillingly being isolated, having an inhibited or reserved personality. She's very low-key, very quiet, down to earth. They might be refusing to talk to someone, or someone is not talking to them. An alternative interpretation could be that this is a jealous and vengeful woman. The King of Wands. This is the fire sign male, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or he can be an assertive, energetic, enthusiastic, passionate male. He's very charismatic. He could be a salesperson. He's an entertainer, a musician, a speaker, a stage or public personality. He could be famous and well known. Very sociable, and he enjoys the company of others and being the center of attention. He could be a blonde or red-haired man, American Indian, a gay male. The King of Wands reversed is a man with the negative characteristics of the upright King of Wands, which means he would be loud and obnoxious, obstinate behavior. He could be disgusting and obscene. He could be hostile, belligerent, combative, an assaulter, a man who's clinging to a female in a jealous way. It could be the ex-boyfriend or ex-husband.